hip hop, hip hop, hip hop, hip bars is back, hip hop, Santa and hop, oh God, hop, what's up with you? I done watched them niggas do interview after interview. They not culture focused, the culture
other thick skin I had to develop being a quarterback's wife, right? Especially in that town, and you know, y'all already know about them Eagles fans, so we
Eagles still.
You know what I'm saying? So you already know, like we don't. It's very, very difficult to be an Eagles wife and be an Eagles fan and be from Philly, because when they're coming for your husband, you gotta like defend him, but by the same token, you like. You can imagine. One time we were in my husband played back in the day, so we were at Veteran Stadium, which is gone now, right? And I heard somebody say, he threw an interception or something bad happened, and I heard somebody say, "Pete, you suck," and I turned around, and it was my Aunt Jane. Who we gave the tickets to. I was like, okay, these Eagles fans, they don't care whether they related to you or not, they're gonna tell you. So Philly Holly is just like that girl that, if I could be a little hardcore. A lot of people don't think that because my image and brand is that, oh, she's kind of a, Doris Day mom and does everything this way or that way. But deep down inside, I got that Philly.
Yeah,
we know about that Philly real well. We from South Jersey, so we right over the Walt Whitman, and we got family. We know. We definitely know. Talk about hanging with Mr. Cooper, San Francisco, California. Mark Curry, legendary comedian, and man, that was another great show on TGIF back in our childhood. Talk about that experience.
Oh man, Cooper was so much fun. Mark Curry and I just we're still close to this day. Yeah, it had a whole Oakland, Northern California flavor, and it was just a fun ass show. Like we just had the best time. We laughed every day for 5 years, and it was reunion thing the other day, and I was just sobbing because I was just remembering, Cooper was on around that time, and Karen Parsons was my friend back in high school. And when both of our shows were on at the same time, we used to go to each other's tapings and support each other. So watching her cry and be emotional, I was just a mess. So I'm hoping that one day we get to reboot Cooper, because I think that it would stand the test of time. And I think it would be great to do that. And it's still funny. And how I know things are still funny is when I play them for my kids and they actually laugh, like really laugh. And so we are on Hulu and a couple other platforms, but I would love to reboot that show.
Absolutely. Do you think that Mr. Curry's accident and what he went through kind of takes away or kind of leaves people taken away from the greatness that he was? Because he's one of the greatest comedians of all time, and one of the greatest actors on screen as far as television, one of the funniest men that we've ever seen on TV. But it doesn't seem like he gets the credit because maybe he was away from TV. I would love to know your perspective on that.
Yeah, it's interesting. I think the accident was definitely a setback for him. It was really a scary time for him. Losing his mom was really hard for him. He was so close to his mom. All of us, when we lose a parent, is tough. But, this business is hard, and it's hard in order to continue to stay relevant and continue to keep working, you have to keep pivoting nonstop and be ready for those moments. And I think I've done that well, but it's very hard to do that. And so when those spaces open up, they close really quickly, and you have to continue to reinvent yourself. And I think that that might have been difficult for him at times. But I'm hoping that we would be able to do a reboot together, because he's still very funny, and I just think he needs the platform, and we talk about it often. So hopefully that will happen.
We've reached out to him many times, Mr. Curry. If you happen to see this interview, you're more than welcome to come on this platform and holler at us for sure.
That's great.
Could you talk about I know it was back in 2005 or 6, the release of your book, and what went into making that?
Which one? Which book?
Proud Hands, I think it was called.
Oh, the Proud Hands book. Oh, the Proud Hands book was kind of a book that I did with a pharmaceutical company to support Parkinson's Parkinson's patients and talk about like the support of the community. But the book I think really want to read, I've written several books, but the one I really want to redo is my football book. I wrote a book about women in football. It's called Get Your Own Damn Beer, I'm Watching the Game, a woman's guide to loving professional football. I would like to redo that and update that book because I absolutely love football, and I loved it before I met Ronnie Pete. You know, I you know, like I said, Eagles fan. I was born listening to stories about the Eagles and my dad and stuff. So I want to reboot that. And then I also have another book called My Brother Charlie, which is about a children's book about autism. And so I love writing books. I think it's such a great way to get your word out and talk about the things that are important to you.
Absolutely. Talk